being that I had a timeout manifesto, I suppose, building and watching the crimes against my future family, being on the royal end of the shitty stick, and documenting it on my own behalf. I said, when you, with your pesto problem, figure out how to get the toilet paper, we said you can come to court and laboratory to make a statement on my behalf from what you've discovered, but nothing leaves. Right, so you go to the bathroom and there's toilet paper. Now all of a sudden he wants to bring a roll of toilet paper home, see if they can engineer something for the new princess in her new habitat that doesn't have these things. That is a French heel problem. I said, I already have a pesto problem elsewhere. I don't need it growing and expanding to new markets. There's already a manufacturer for toilet paper. I'm trying to figure out how to not commingle problems, but how to equally advance all of my areas with things like toilet paper being the thing you wipe your ass, since leaves no longer seem to be a good idea, according to all area idiocy. And I said, do me a favor. I said, call me youngin'. Is this a youngin'? I'm curious. From your perspective, say I give you a roll of toilet paper. You're going to get used to this toilet paper and how soft it is, and not what you're used to after you defecate with leaves. And that's what you said that you currently use. Not that I believe you, but whatever. I'm not going there. So I give you a roll of toilet paper from now until I arrive. And you get used to using this toilet paper thing instead of finding your own leaves and foraging for your own leaves. What happens when I arrive and my family doesn't have toilet paper or leaves to use, and you're still using some engineered version of toilet paper? What shall I do with your carcass and whatever seeds you left behind, whatever you woke up in? How can I punish you so it'll be acceptable to your all area idiots of humans? Since this becomes like a real big fucking problem. You always want things like little fucking babies and children. We say no because we know better. We're working on other things. Then you steal them, promote them, and then the world has grown dangerously, and then you don't give them back. So here's what I know. I know I have a spider-verse and a silk web that can go down in one line. Through my scope, right, my masonry, my architecture ability, I Chaulkline it. It's solid. It's my spider line. It's not movable. It also has no leaves on it for climbing. I'm the only spider ever created. So tell me, little man, how did you get into my laboratory work when I have a chalk line with my scope date of when I'm going to be born, but there's no leaves for you to grab hold and walk up it like a ladder? There's no such thing. It's smooth. Where Smooth Criminal on the ant farm comes from. How did you get Jack in the beanstalk? How did you plant magic beans? I know I planted magic beans. I saw the seeds coming in my scope. I have the chalk line. How did you reverse engineer from the end date to me? Is what I want to know. Because you were not welcome here, and you are not me. You're not immortal, and I don't want you here. So, little man, youngin', How did you get into my imagery as I was building the way in, watching over it through my scope? I was watching from immortality all that was transpiring around the world as it pertained to my future arrival on Chaulkline. Where did these leaves get created from on the stalk that you claim you climbed up to look at the giant and the golden goose? With whose permission? God didn't give you permission to go check out her and the giant or the goose. God didn't build you a stalk. She had a chalk line and a scope and one spider that gets to climb up and down it and zero else. So why is there so much you in my new world when you were not invited? Because we knew better.